Let me read you this one and let me know what you think, and I'll tell you how eBay resolved it. I should have recorded what eBay said. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin. Welcome back to Commonwealth. Flipper, I have a huge day of sales. Have almost 40 things going out of here today for over 1,500 bucks, which is awesome, but it means I better get to work. And there is one topic I want to talk about. It's about negative feedback. So I got a negative feedback before I went on my little trip, and I'm like, I'm not going to let this ruin my trip. I'll send a couple messages to the buyer, see if we can resolve the issue. And then after that was done, I was going to ask them for a revision, a feedback revision request, which is what I did. And they said they would do it, and it never got changed. So I called up eBay, and I wanted them to fix the problem for me, and I'll let you know what happened in just a minute, but let's check out these sales. Sold a bunch of video games earlier today, but before I talk about these, I already pulled them. I wanted to remind you about something. And I see I already pulled them right here. I want to remind you that if you have an eBay store, the second tier and above, that it is time. If you haven't already, you can get your free supplies. They're out there waiting for you. And I have a couple of videos about how to do it if you're like me and forget, even though I've been doing it so long, watching my own video, when I forget that I remember how to do it. I didn't even have to watch my video. But I just noticed that there was tons of views on that video the other day, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's first quarter. It always reminds me to go get those free supplies. So, and let me know in the comments, what do you get? What do you get? I always get the same exact thing, those branded padded polys. So let me check on the prices for these. All right, see, I've got my list here. You want to see my list? I never show this. Look at that. There's my list. It's a long one. Nobody can read it anyways. I don't know why I don't show it. Pretty crazy. Jack and Dexter PS3. That's 22 plus ship. These Spyros, I think this went to a viewer, by the way. I don't know if I wrote down the name. Austin, thank you. And I think these went out cheap. $42 plus shipping. Matter of fact, I know they did, but I'm not going to say that too loud because I had somebody list them for me. Erica did that. So this one right here is worth at least that. And so these, Austin, you got a couple of freebies in there. I would have probably listed that for 60 plus shipping. Unless maybe there's manuals or some issues with it. So at any rate, Austin, thank you. Got some good games there. This one right here went out and sold for $26.90 plus shipping. This one right here went for $15 plus shipping. And PS3 Skate, $12 plus shipping. Sold another obscure cassette lot. And this one, there was quite a few obscure ones in here. A couple from Argentina and some socialist flair to some of these. And these were no different. I mean, look at this thing. Billy Bragg, Workers' Playtime, Capitalism is Killing Music. I mean, it's got like the little red book in China back there. I don't quite get it. I don't know. I don't really know, y'all. It's 99 cents. There you go. Utopia. And then, I don't know what this one is. Camper Van Beethoven. Our beloved revolutionary sweetheart. It looks like Russian. No, that's Ottoman, maybe. Any rate, this is some interesting music right there. That lot right there sold for $22 plus shipping. You know, I'm the when in doubt, parted out guy, but I've made some exceptions lately. I have bundled some records together because of condition, even though there's some records in here. These are all Sesame Street. But there's some in here. Like that one wasn't too bad. And it's Anne Murray, of course. That could sell for decent money on their own, but, you know, it's got tape at the top of it. I'm just like, you know what? We're going to put it all together. I'm into these for next to nothing. That one was pretty cool. I thought somebody liked to frame that one up. So, anyway, that sold for $20 plus shipping, and that many should be able to fit into the record box right here. Barely. It's going to be close, though. See how thick you can get it right there? That's how thick you can get that. So I'm thinking it'll fit, but not by much. And I'm going to put it in there even if it doesn't quite fit. Might wrap a second one around it because it's fairly cheap lot of records and they're already not in great condition. And if you want those boxes, they are down in the affiliate links. This one's been sitting around forever. It's an old Coke bottle, which I usually, you know, I'm far, far away from these things. I don't even look at them. But I bought them because of the crate that I bought at one place. And I pulled this one out and I'm like, that one looks cool. It looks different in the embossing on the bottom there. And it's, what is it, Hillsdale, Michigan. It's been sitting around back here for a while because I didn't really know what to price it at. And I'm like, you know what, let's just put it out there, 20 bucks. And it sold pretty quick, probably within 2 days. Happy. All right, now let's talk about negative feedback for just a second. You know, I get negative feedback. I don't get much. I don't think I've ever been under 99.7. Knock on wood. You know, it happens, though. It happens. People just aren't satisfied, even if you do everything you can. And sometimes some things go wrong. And sometimes, you know what, if the feedback is legitimate, sometimes I don't even deal with it. I got feedback in Spanish that's still sitting on my account. And I didn't even bother to look it up what it was. I didn't have the time. You know, one negative feedback isn't that big of a deal. Either it's 2 or 3 or 4 if you're selling a ton. Now, if you're only selling, 5 things a year, 4 negative feedback is going to kill you. So, anyway, let me read you this one and let me know what you think. And I'll tell you how eBay resolved it. I should have recorded what eBay said. I think Lonnie did that one. Didn't Lonnie do that once? I remember him having a phone up. I don't get really good reception down here. Probably wouldn't work anyways. but I should have. All right, here's the initial feedback here. It says, there's only 2 reasons why. I'll see if I can remember and I'll screenshot these and put them up on here so you can see them without maybe putting the item number. If I can do that, I'll do that. 2 reasons why I say this is because the package had a big hole in it. Also, I suspected that there would be some scratches. That's because I think that was in the listing. Forgive me here. I'm going to try to read this as it's written. So it says, also, I suspected that there would be some scratches, though it does not play all the way through. Okay, so we test our games. A lot of people don't, but we test our games. And I suppose we don't test every game. If something looks immaculate, we're not going to test it. But if there's any doubt, we'll definitely go and test it. Now, I didn't list this particular one, and I've got to go back and look. But we usually put, hey, maybe some scratches, whatever. Don't claim anything that it isn't for sure. And we take pictures, kind of angle. If you angle the camera, you can take pictures, and you can make it look like it looks clean, or you can actually show the scratches, which is the way you should do it. Well, here's where it gets it, because you can see the pictures here. Also, it had some sort of food on it. Some sort of food on the disc. Otherwise, it arrived at a good time. I mean, I guess it arrived in time. So, and then I messaged the person, like, hey, what's the deal? I'm sorry you're not happy with it. We tested it, it's working. He's like, oh, no, it works. It's just, it's one part of the game didn't work. I'm like, okay, and that, that can happen. I don't know, you gamers out there, does that happen a lot? Do I need to play the game through to completion? Because then I would never sell any games, because I couldn't never beat Mario back in, when I was a kid. So basically I'm like, hey, I'll give you a full refund, shipping both ways. I'm sorry for the trouble, let me know what I can do. And they wrote back, thank you very much. And, don't worry about it. I'm not going to ship it back. I don't want to return. Okay. But they're not trying to scam me, because they didn't ask for a partial return. I didn't offer it either. And I sent a message back. I'm like, hey, well, thanks. Just remember, I will return it, no problem. But I would appreciate it if you would change your feedback. He said, sure, no problem. So I sent the feedback revision to them. And then they sent a message back and says, I don't know how to do it. You can go ahead and revise my feedback for me. Like, but whatever, I'm not going to continue to beat a dead horse there. So I said, all right, thank you very much. I'll just talk to eBay. I appreciate it. So that is exactly what I did. I called eBay up and we got them online. And I'm like, hey, would you go? I've done this before. This exact same thing has happened. Where people that aren't used to the system, they don't know how to use the feedback revision. And it's not worth their time to figure it out. So as long as I can get them to say that in the message, I'm not going to go and try to give them instructions on how to do it. I just call up eBay and say, look, this is what they said in the messages. eBay can see the messages. And so Everett was the guy's name. He went on there and he looked it all up, looked up the messages and said, no problem. We'll have that taken off for you, Mr. Brown. Appreciate it. And I asked him if he knew if I was Commonwealth picker and that we get special treatment if we're YouTubers. That's the rule, I'm kidding. That's not what happened. And as far as I know, that's not the truth. But every time I do one of these videos, I get 5 people telling me, that only happened because you're on YouTube. So I thought I'd make a joke about it. I'm sure Everett did not know or care who I was. But he was a super nice guy. One of the most professional calls I've ever seen. And efficient, valued my time, all that. So I went on and filled out the little survey form. Sold 4 more, the last 4 of these books, 1 to a viewer. This one's going out to Jason. He says, big fan of the show. We love how you do it. We love that you include the family and even the animals as well. Keep up the great work. So thank you, Jason. Let me tell you, it snowed today. You'll see this tomorrow or the next day, but it snowed today. A little chilly outside. Sophie loves the snow. She was outside all day and just got tired out, and she was hanging out in here for a while. She's like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go bed. Last time I saw her, she was up at the end of the bed, so probably soaking wet and tired. So I don't think you'll see her today. Maybe I'll coax her down when Turner comes down a little bit. And Pepper, who's been in here incessantly, hasn't been in here at all today. I think she does not like the snow at all, but Sophie does for sure. This shelf is hot today. This one is the last of the Estee Lauder. I cannot remember that garage sale name. That was awesome. I was offering her tons of money. She kept turning me down. We finally came to a deal, and I made a bunch of money off of this Estee Lauder, but this is the last one. It came from the 100 Mile Yard Sale. This one sold for $55. I'm probably into it for maybe 7 or 8. Sold for 55 bucks. Grabbed a few more video games. Just didn't want to do them independently because this video would take forever. We got so many things going out of here. $19 plus shipping. $18 plus shipping. This one is Gradius. Let's see. This one is $14 plus shipping. This is $13 plus shipping. That's Super Mario Advance, Game Boy Advance, and Test Drive. And this is the total now for the mother load. These two didn't come from the mother load, but these two did. So we figure after fees and after all that stuff, $9 and $10 profit from $720. Just went over $1,900. $1,906 to be exact. All right, I grabbed the Michigan bin down here, the Michigan motorcycle bin. I think I have 2 bins. That one came from, where'd that come from? Came from Dee over at Flippin' Particles. And now she's on TikTok. So ML regular large weather span glove. This one was $12.95 plus shipping. And as you can see, we have tons and tons of them in here. Sold another lot of records right here. See if I can get them right. There's Tom Petty. That's not in the Disney lot. See how far I got to go before I get the Disney lot. There it is. These should all be Disney, I think. Jungle Book. I'm running out of space here. And I could have sold these separately as well. Cinderella Mice. I think it was 20. I'll have to look at the price. But the condition, again, wasn't great on any of them. Although that one looked pretty cool. And a lot of people simply want to take these and frame them for a movie room or a kid's room or something like that. And Aristocats. I mean, that's pretty good. Peter Pan. And one more. Happiest Songs. There you go. Julie Andrews. Oh, look, they got some good ones on there. Gotta listen to that. Bare Necessity is my favorite. What's your favorite Disney song? Hey, what do you know? I was right. $22 plus shipping. So, Blue Ridge Mama, you're wrong. I can be right every once in a while. All right, we got Sophie coming with us. How you doing? You tired, girl? All that snowing today out there doing some snow fun. Yeah, and Turner's got a lot of games right there. Once again, guys, I didn't do When in Doubt, Part It Out. I actually did lot it together. Turner, I paid $20 for 44 cars, and I had you separate them. Remember I had you separate them by movie? Mm-hmm. And then these are from Cars 3, right? Know what you did? A Cars 3 lot? Yeah. And then I threw a different one in there that was wrong. I think this is from Cars. Yep, it's from 2. Cars 2. Yeah, so I screwed up. And that one's actually worth some pretty good money. The Geisha, or Kabuki, technically it's Geisha. Who's that? Mater. That's right. But that lot right there, I paid 20 bucks for 3 different lots. And that one sold for 60 bucks. I was over here with Paul, Philly Flipper. By the way, Paul has a giveaway coming up when he hits his, 5,000 subs. So he should be there by the time you hear this video. So go over there and check out one of his videos and you might win an Enderman. What do you like best? So I'm going to make pretty good money on these, Turner. I should pay you more because you're the expert, right? I came to you to divide them up. And you know these because you like the Cars movie. Which one's your favorite? The second one. Cars 2 is your favorite. We have a Cars 2 lot over there. That one's listed for like 40, I think. And then another lot of cars over there. So Paul was giving me trouble at this sale. He's like, I outpicked you. And I'm like, well, we'll see. We'll see. He probably did. He spent more than me. But we did pretty good because we only spent 20 on those cars. We'll make like 130 bucks on them. It's pretty good. Definitely enough for you to do what? Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1. Awesome, buddy. Bye. Sophie decided to stay, huh? I think you're going to get a treat. All right, Sly and the Family Stone. Here we go. That one sold. Oh, it has a cool, I don't know what you call it. Like, it's not a poster. It's just the inside of the record. Check that out. And that one went to Betty. So, Betty, thank you very much for that purchase. And let me read your message. Sold for $9 plus shipping. And it says, hi, Kevin. I'm a newbie to the reselling game, and your videos have been an absolute joy to watch. I've learned so much from you and your calm demeanor. You must have never been one of my baseball players. I'm sure you are sorely missed in the school system, but in my, well, the students I'm sure miss me, but I don't think the administration, well, I don't know, maybe they do. Maybe a couple of teachers. I don't know. You're very easy to listen to, and all right, too much nice stuff about me. So thank you so very much. She says, I don't have an Enterman, but his spirit helps me as well. Well, you can get a sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com. Don't forget your sticker. Well, I'll let Reagan say it. Sold some blank media, which doesn't actually qualify for media mail. Who'd have thought? I got yelled at the other day for saying that, but it's true. Blank media is not media. I did a video about it, and people don't like to hear it. And most people try to get away with it, and they, to be honest, can most of the time, but it isn't. All right, I don't make the rules. Let's see. Normal bias. No, that's not it. By the way, high bias goes for a bunch of money. Well, I shouldn't even say that. It just depends. This one's pretty good right here. This one sold for $40 plus shipping, which is really good. I didn't even realize it at the time where I bought it. You remember that sale? You may remember that sale where I bought these, and I didn't realize that I had what I had in this one. I just saw this one right here, and anyway, $40 plus shipping. I probably underpriced it. Probably would have gone for $50. And then I had a pushy drop seller say, hey, can you get these off today? I'm like, well, I can ship them off 2 days from now, but I guess I'll do it for you. What the heck? $11 plus shipping for those, and $40 plus shipping for those. Since I'm here, a couple things. One is, this is why it's so important to have the right box. You have the right box, this thing right here goes out for the 12-ounce rate. If you don't have the right box, it's going to go out for more than that. You could probably put it in a padded poly, but I don't know. This not media mail, of course. These are also not media mail. Just FYI, most of you know that, but this is not going to qualify, but it will if you wrap it in a little bubble wrap or maybe put it in a small box. Then I go ahead and put this one inside of the padded flat rate envelope right here, and it'll ship out at the flat rate right there, which went down a little bit, but is sure to go back up. Next one's an item that some people on TikTok, I did a little video about this. It was out in Arizona, picked this one up for $1 and put it on TikTok just for fun. And people are like, you're crazy, you're never gonna get that for that thing. But we did. It's a Panasonic Reach, and I almost missed it. Saw it on the way out of a sale. This one in particular is a good one. A lot of these are good, actually. Let me get this cord out of here. But this one particularly is good. Reach Easy Roller. Not sure why, but I'll take it. $40 plus shipping on that one. All right, I just made an executive decision that I'm not going to show you everything that sold today, because we'll be in here forever. Stuff keeps selling. So I'm going to show you almost everything. Not the mousetrap balls and a few other boring things, but this one right here went for $30 plus shipping. This one right here went for $24.95 plus shipping, I think. So not too bad for a couple of pairs of jeans. I probably paid $1 or $2 for each. And the Enterman for the day went to Alan. Alan, congratulations. Got yourself an Enterman and Commonwealth Picker sticker, Commonwealth Flipper sticker, We Get Things Moving sticker. And we hope he gets things moving for you. So if you gonna help me with this one, huh? You gonna help me? Huh? You ain't no help. You only want food. Santa. This sold after Christmas. Who'd have thought? Vogue Patterns. And this was, I was helping Bizarro Kevin do a little bit of a clean out. He said, you can have anything you want. And I didn't find too much, but I grabbed a couple things because he was just getting rid of most of it and keeping some things for his booth. So that's over 16 bucks though. And it'll go first class. Not too bad. Sold, I think, the last of the tech decks. Right there. This one wasn't the best one in the world, but it sold for 20. I think it's 20 free ship. Might have been 20 plus ship, but I'm pretty sure it's 20 free ship, but it's going to go out of the 4-ounce rate. Nope, it was 20 plus ship, and it went to Chris. Thank you. I enjoy watching both channels. So if you didn't know, we have another, actually we have 3 Commonwealth auctions, which I keep saying I'm going to do a Q&A on and do shipping videos on. And for right now, we just put out a short. We put out shorts, like maybe 3 or 4 a week. They're pretty entertaining. Go check them out. Unless you check them out on Instagram. By the way, if you haven't subbed to our Instagram or followed us on Instagram, and you're on Instagram, give us a follow over there. We'd appreciate it. It says, I think you and your family do a great job and a great service saving history with all your finds and picks and getting it to the right people through your sales. So I suppose I hear that all the time from people, like, we're doing a service, we're keeping things out of the landfill and all that. I don't know. I suppose that's true. But I don't know. I think we're just making some money and making some people happy. That's what's cool. Thank you, Chris. That makes 4 viewer sales out of, I think there's another one inside. So we'll say 5, and then there's 2 more. So 7 viewer sales out of about 40 sales. So thank y'all very much for the support. That is, it's pretty close to the average, actually, but maybe just a little less. You guys are amazing what you do for us. And this is the viewer as well, David. David bought 2 things. So let's see, right here. He said that hair is, you know, if I was going to buy something from Commonwealth Picker, he said it might as well be an ashtray. I suppose you're right. And he asked if we'd put some stickers in there. We always throw these in there if we have them. I'm about out of these right now, and I'm about out of the cards as well. I usually sign a card and throw a sticker in there, so, or 2 of them if we have them, but we'll see. I order these by the 5,000s, so I'm out. I'm down to like, I don't know, maybe 50 of those or so. So we'll see. Maybe we got to reorder. I got a new card. I don't know. Should I get a card, or should I get one of those bigger ones like that? I like the card because you can put it in you know, a 4x4x4 box. But those big ones, you can't even get in anything. What do you think? Let me know. Anybody make cards out there? I need some. All right. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. In the fire and rescue cards. This is 12 bucks. I think this is like 7 plus shipping, something like that. And this was 12 free ship. So we appreciate it. I don't know if I can get them first class or not. Let's see. What do you think? Now I'm curious. It's going to be close. What's your guess? What's your guess? I'm going to say it is 11 ounces. Ooh, I'm over. Yeah, that'll go first class. We'll get it in the box. Thanks, David. You ever had an item that you thought was listed but wasn't? This has been, if you watch the video, this thing's been sitting here for like years. And I looked at it one day, I'm like, why is a G.I. Joe not selling? And it's not a great desirable G.I. Joe of the year. I don't even know what year it is, but, you know, it should have sold. And so I looked it up and it wasn't on there. That's why it didn't sell. And so sometimes, you know, people say, well, eBay doesn't, you know, they delist things and whatever, there's glitches. Well, maybe. I don't know. I think a lot of times it's user error. And that's probably what it was here. I never listed the thing. We had tons and tons of G.I. Joes, you know, one slipped through the crack. Either we didn't take pictures of it and thought we did, or we did take pictures of it and they were lost or added to another one, accidentally deleted before we listed it. Who the heck knows? Anyway, this one sold to Chris. $8 plus shipping, I think, Chris, so thank you. He says he had this one, Mamba, when he was a little guy. And he and his girlfriend love watching the show. We appreciate you watching, and we hope you enjoy. This Harley shirt, woman's shirt, obviously. Sold, let's see, 2X Lynchburg, Virginia here. Sold for $15 plus shipping. I remember buying these. We were out with my wife at a sale. I don't remember the name of that sale, but it was a good day. Found a bunch of t-shirts like this for $1 a piece and just bought them all. Hawaiian Reserve collection here, a Hawaiian shirt. This one is made in Hawaii. I always look for made in Hawaii. Not the best, it's kind of cool. You know, it's got the Hawaiian Islands on there, Wahoo and all that stuff. And this one sold for $19 in the middle of the wintertime plus shipping. Had a Tommy jacket picked up for next to nothing here. It was a decent deal. And it's got, you know, hill figure on the back. You know, you put spell out in the title kind of thing. And it's got a little hood on it. $22 plus shipping. I think I paid $3 for this one. It was kind of plain Jane, you know. It didn't have many colors or color blocking on it, so wasn't a huge seller. This is a J. Crew jacket, and it only went for like $38 plus shipping. I didn't list this one. Had Erica list this one. She's, you know, been listing quite a bit for us lately, and trying to teach her a little bit as we go, so I can get maybe an extra 30 or 40 listings up a week. And I think that's, well, maybe she won't do that many, maybe 20, but you know, everything helps, right? And clothes and video games was a decent category to start in. So when I saw they sell for so little, I sent her a message. I'm like, hey, you know, did you look up comps? And she said, yeah. And I looked up comps, and I'm like, hopefully you're not listening out there. She's not listening. She's too busy doing other stuff. And I'm like, I think you might have sold this, you know, for not quite as much as you should have. And I wasn't critical at all. I'm just trying to get her to look. And so she went back and looked, and I think it's okay though. Actually, I think she did okay. It's an okay jacket. It's in good condition. J. Crew. And the quilting on the inside, I'm like, you know, this probably sell for $50 to $60, but it is a size small. And I think that was the part that's, you know, when you put in small and you look at the comps, only a couple show up. If one is low, you kind of split the difference. But, you know, I'm okay with that. Hey, I probably paid $5 for this jacket right here. And got it out the door for 38 bucks. So I'm pretty happy. I would have probably listed it for 50 and then maybe taken 45 for it. So, you know, I'm not complaining. I sound like I'm complaining though. I'm not complaining, I promise. Hey, we got Reagan with a CommonwealthPicker.com store sale. Well, you've been out and playing the snow, haven't you? Yeah. And gymnastics. Busy girl. What do you got? Do you remember?
I do not remember the first
See, you remember him, and then I started talking about snow and stuff, and you got it.
Daryl,
you got
Art and Rennie.
Daryl, Art, and Rennie. That's right. And Daryl tells me to keep, don't listen to all the haters about VHS. Keep telling people to get VHS. He got a Mean Girls VHS, and he got 50 bucks for it. So, thank you. I appreciate that. And Art over here, this is Art. He didn't leave a message, y'all, but I recognize the name and address. This is Art. And he has a YouTube channel, and he's absolutely killing it over there. He does flea market stuff out there at Vegas, North Vegas. Am I right, Art? I think that's right. Watch those videos. I'd love to give you my full endorsement, Art, but I can't let my kids watch it because you use a few choice words every now and again, you know. But he's a good family guy. He's got great videos and great thumbnails, too. Right here, Reagan was coming in, he's like, he has a YouTube channel? I'm like, no, that's a kid. Anyway, y'all go check out Art. He's awesome. He got a couple of things. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what, Art. I don't think you have an Inaman. I've talked to you a few times, but I think we're going to get... Would you go back there and get an Inaman for him? Yeah. And keep going back here on the left, right here. You're too short here. Let's pull it.
Oh.
Let's pull. I don't have a light on back here. Why don't you pick one out? Why don't we pick another one out, too? Grab one more. And we're going to make this... We're going to give him an Inaman. And we're going to give him an extra one. And he's going to give it away when he hits his next milestone. With as fast as he's growing, might be like next week.
I don't know which one.
Right here. We're going to put him right here. So that's awesome. So thank you very much. And
don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
That's right. And don't forget to go over there. I'm sure he'll do a giveaway. I don't know, maybe on Instagram or something. All right, you know, I don't talk about New Year's resolutions very often or reseller resolutions or whatever, but you know, one thing that I've always tried to do, and I'm going to try even harder this year, you see that sign sometimes in the back corner back there, it says simplify. And you know, time is money. That's how I always talk about how much money, you know, per hour. That's really more important to me than how much money per item, because all items aren't created equally, and you have to put more time into certain items, cleaning and testing and packaging. And so you got to take all that stuff into account. So time is money. And so I came up with a list of a few things, which I'm not going to share everything, that's going to try to, anyways, reduce the time I spend on certain things. Especially now I've got all these, I've got, you know, 3 YouTube channels going on. I got the Facebook thing, TikTok, Instagram. I've got all kinds of stuff going on that's reselling-ish, but not reselling. And so I've got to maximize my time for reselling in order to be able to make more money and hopefully turn a better profit on a little bit less work this year. One of the things I'm trying to do is to cut time where I can cut it. And so I made a list. One of the things on that list, and it was really simple, short, was to do some subscription type things. One of them is not the type of subscription you might think of. It's actually it's American Bubble Boy subscription. And if I'm going to try to find services so I don't have to go on and buy things all the time, even go on to like the USPS website 8 times a year or whatever, I'm going to try to order everything I need to have for like the year in 4 orders. I'm going to try to order all of the, say, you know, padded mailers I need for the year one time, and I want to get it done one time so I'm not doing it constantly throughout the year. And American Bubble Boy, I don't know if you know this or not, I haven't talked about it much or ever, has a subscription, and essentially you get a discount if you just say, yeah, I need, you know, this many rolls every month or this many rolls every 3 months or whatever, and it just automatically comes. And there's some downsides to it, like you might get too much and then you eventually get too much, but you know, if you get it right, man, how much time does that save you? How much time does it save you to not have to go to USPS.com every 3 months? If you just buy it all at the same time, or in this case, get free stuff. So at any rate, there's one of those things I wanted to talk about for a second. So, I know a lot of you have used our links, American Bubble Boy links. We do appreciate that. That is below. You can do that, and we would appreciate it. Another thing is a card I got in the mail, and I just want to read it to you real quick. I can't read you the whole thing. It's going to be a long time, but this person here sent us a check. And that kind of stuff blows my mind. It's like the old days of eBay. But I looked at the check, I'm like, somebody's buying something, because we only accept PayPal at CommonwealthPicker.com. I'm like, somebody's going to buy a shirt or something and sent me a check. But no, it's a donation for the next shed. And they have a suggestion as well, which is the Blue Ridge cabin. So we have the Commonwealth cabin and the Blue Ridge cabin. It never ceases to amaze me how generous and nice you guys are to us. And we just appreciate you watching. Then that's all you really need to do. But thank you so much, and I really do appreciate it. And by the way, it's Lydia. Thank you, Lydia. Lydia from Indiana. I appreciate it. And so before I let you go, you tell me some of your reseller resolutions in the comments below, and we can't wait to see you next